Okay guys, hi, how's it going? Welcome back to Ben.Plays.Warthunder, and today we're going to be going through the Yak-1. Now this is in the Soviet Union tree and is ranked at battle rating 2.7. Now this aircraft I really like. The armament on this aircraft is a single 12mm cannon and two 7.62mm machine guns, which can be upgraded to 20mm. So this does pack quite a punch when you get in the air. Now, from just the outside, you can see this aircraft looks really nice, okay? We've got the kind of red Soviet stars everywhere. The engine sound is really nice. You've got the detailing from the exhaust fumes. All of it looks saucy. So let's take a look in the cockpit and let's see how it looks. Okay, so once we're in the cockpit, we can see there is a lot going on. So all around the cockpit we've got controls, we've got all of the things on the left, on the right, throttle on the left, which consists of two kind of one turn knob and a lever. You've got your fuel switch, you've got your steering flight column, which has the firing mechanism in the center. Down to your left hand side by your arm you have some flares, which in case you go down obviously lets people know where you are. So let's get up in the air and let's see how she flies. So straight away we begin to pick up speed. I've taken it to full throttle and onto the WEP, and the takeoff distance for this aircraft is really short. So let's put the gear up and we are flying. The view from this cockpit is really nice, above you, and when we level out we've got a nice forward view as well. This aircraft does gain speed relatively quickly, which is positive. It's what we like to see. And manoeuvrability on this aircraft is also very high. So if we whack it to the left and see how quickly it turns back onto the same heading we are on now. It's gone really well. Hang on, let me try again. Let's try this again. It will lose a little bit of altitude, but as you can see, it's come round quick. So the Soviet aircraft in general are very good turn fighters, especially the early reserves, the I-15s, excluding the I-15 BIS unless you upgrade it within an inch of its life, in which case then it is. One recommendation if you are using the Yak-1 is to increase your pilot's G tolerance, so G-force tolerance, because you can pull some quite high Gs if you bank sharply in this aircraft. I'm pulling 10, 9 at the minute. So let's take it for a little low fly across the river and let's see how she responds at low level. So I normally fly first person for low level. I like it, I prefer it, I think it's better. I think first person's better in general. So it's nice and responsive, which is what you need. It doesn't drift off side to side in any way, unless you obviously put the rudder on, in which it does. It's tight, it's nimble. I like this aircraft a lot. And then we can pull up and away and pull some solid Gs while we're doing it. So if we head back over to these tanks over here, we will target these guys and we'll see how much damage our 12mm cannon actually produces. Quick buzz on this friendly ship down there. Start gaining some altitude so we can dive on it. So the actual climb altitudes where you can hold the same speed but increase altitude is actually really quite steep, which I'm really glad about. So if you're in a dogfight, for example, with an American aircraft, which are notoriously good at banking but not turn fighting, then you will be able to gain altitude quickly and hopefully escape the fray. With the 12-metre cannon ripping into this Panzer IV, granted, once you do start decreasing altitude, you have to pull up quite quickly, otherwise you do what I have just done here, which is slam into the ground at speed. That was user error from me. I didn't have enough power, or I had too much power and too much speed. As we saw from the outside view, takeoff distance was very short on there. And as we increase back towards that Panzer IV that took us out last time. The 12mm cannon is, or 12.5mm cannon is what you'd find on the early rank anti-aircraft weapons for the German side. And if you go up against, if you do tank battles and you actually go up against one of the early anti-aircraft vehicles for Germany, they can take out, if you get the sweet spot, they can take out most medium tanks on the German side, or on any side. So let's go slightly reduced angle. Okay, so little penetration on the Panzer IV. However, if we go round and target the SD KVZ, we'll get some solid hits. As you saw there, I haven't really updated my pilot with G tolerance, which is something that I need to do. Solid hits, target destroyed. So that is the description, and that is the end of the video for today, guys, on the Yak-1. In the next video, we will be fighting or using this aircraft in actual dogfights in arcade, and we'll see how it reacts and responds to dogfighting in general. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget, this is my first video. Show me some love. Thanks, guys.